She was crying so hard that the gas station lights seemed to flicker every time her breath caught. Her dress was torn. Her voice was breaking, and the only thing separating her from the highway was the circle of black leather jackets gathering around her. If you'd driven past the Thunder Road service stop that night, you'd have seen a mob of bikers, engines rumbling in the dark, blocking the cars and crowding the pavement. Some onlookers thought it was a kidnapping. They reached for their cell phones, dialing frantically. But Marcus, sitting in his battered Ford truck near the edge of the parking lot, just watched. He knew something the others didn't. The girl's name was Ashley. She was 15 years old, and her eyes were wild with terror and hope, all mixed together. She was clutching a phone screen cracked, battery dying, and half her hair had come out of its braid, sticking to her tear-streaked cheeks. Marcus could see her lips forming the same words over and over. Please, don't let him find me. Thunder Road MC wasn't the kind of club you called for help. Their patch was a red skull surrounded by lightning bolts. Cops and rivals alike moved aside when their convoy rolled in. But tonight, the circle they formed was not to threaten, it was to protect. Ashley had run for her life. She'd escaped predators who'd lured her online with promises, then threatened her into a stolen car and a fake meeting. When she broke free, barefoot and frantic, she hid behind dumpsters until the station lights called her in. She didn't expect anyone to help. The bikers started arriving one by one. Big Mike stopped his Harley right in front of Ashley, turned off the engine, and scanned her up and down with his battered, gentle eyes. He shrugged off his leather vest, wrapped it around her trembling shoulders, and called over his shoulder, "Nobody touches her." Ghost, the MC's road captain, flicked ashes from his cigarette and eyed the approaching sirens flashing in the distance. "She needs a break," he muttered. "We can be the wall." That's when the club closed ranks. It was an old habit from back in the day. Leather as armor, Brotherhood as shield. Big Mike stood at Ashley's side, broad as a door, fists at his hips. Tanya, the only female full patch in Thunder Road, stepped forward with a gentle hand on Ashley's back, whispering, "You're safe now, baby girl. Nobody's going to hurt you." Someone in the crowd began yelling, "Let her go! Call the police! Who are you people?" Ashley shrank back, gripped Tanya's hand tighter. Marcus felt dread surge in his chest. He remembered years ago when his own daughter called for help how nobody had listened to her cries, how he'd spent years wishing someone had stepped up. The police rolled in, hard four cruisers blocking the drive, officers streaming out, guns drawn. One yelled commands, "Step back! Hands where we can see them." Here came the moment. Would the MC run? Would they fight? Would the girl be lost in the confusion? Big Mike didn't flinch. Slowly, he moved his arms up, palms wide, jacket heavy on his shoulders. The other bikers followed suit, forming a ring around Ashley, hands raised in nonviolence. Tanya whispered, "It's okay, sweetie. Just keep breathing. We got you." The club's president, Murphy, took 2 careful steps forward. His beard was streaked with gray, eyes sharp as a hawk. He spoke in a firm, clear voice that carried across the lot. "She came to us. She's scared, she's hurt, and we are not the threat." One of the younger cops glanced at Ashley, at the jacket around her shoulders, her trembling hands. Something broke through the adrenaline. Haze, compassion, clarity. He lowered his weapon, voice softer. "Are you hurt? Did they try to take you?" Ashley shook her head fast, tears flying. "No. I was running. They're keeping me safe." Marcus stepped out of his truck, slow and careful, waving his hand. "I saw everything. She escaped from some guy trying to drag her into a car. These folks kept him out. They won 2R. Act as ride." The MC didn't boast, didn't shout. They just stood their ground, eyes unwavering, blocking Ashley from every side. Minutes stretched into eternity. The police started lowering their weapons. Sirens faded into the night. Murphy gestured to his crew. "Let them see your faces," he said. "Let them see what family looks like." Ashley finally found her voice, choked but strong. "Thank you," she murmured, heavy jacket swallowing her thin frame. "If you didn't come, I don't know what would have happened." Big Mike gave a rare, soft smile. "Everybody needs someone to keep the wolves out." The lead officer radioed in. "We got a positive ID. Girl escaped from a dangerous situation. Bikers gave her aid. We'll escort home." Marcus stayed at the edge, fighting the lump in his throat. He watched the bikers swap jokes to calm Ashley, saw Tanya squeeze her hand, saw Ghost light another cigarette, and grumble about media vultures. He felt gratitude, no, awe at the wall of leather and loyalty as the convoy prepared to roll. Police in front and back. Thunder Road MC hung close to Ashley. Tanya rode beside her in the squad car. Big Mike followed on his Harley, helmet off, hair blowing wild in the wind. Murphy's old panhead closed out the rear, exhaust singing under the highway stars. Ashley was safe. But more importantly, she'd learned a lesson that would stick forever. When the world turns its back, real family steps up, even if they come roaring in on Harleys and wear skulls over their hearts. Police had called 47 guardian angels to go with her. And for a crying girl in a torn dress, angels looked a lot like bikers that night. The convoy rolled out under the blinking neon sign. Ashley bundled in Tanya's borrowed jacket, flanked front and rear by flashing police lights, and surrounded by the rumble of 47 bikes. People at the gas station filmed, faces lit by cell screens, uncertain if they were witnessing a rescue or a riot. Ashley's mind raced with memories. She'd heard stories of bikers, scary, unpredictable. The kind of people you run from, not toward. But she'd run to these bikers tonight, because she had no other choice. Their black leather was softer than expected. Their words calm, even kind. It made her think about all the warnings she'd ignored. All the red flags that predators online had promised were just fun. As the convoy hit the open highway, the world outside faded. Tanya rode in the squad car with Ashley, gently brushing knots out of her hair, whispering, "Almost home." In front, the police radios crackled with updates. Girl, safe. MC assisting. Predators on the run. Ashley's eyes drifted to the bike with the Thunder Road MC patch. Big Mike's wild beard blowing out like a flag in the night wind. His arm reached out as the car passed, fist to chest. A signal she'd later learn meant respect. Halfway through the ride, the MC President Murphy pulled off to the side, gathered his crew for a quick roadside meet. "Make sure no cars cut us off. Keep her safe till she's inside." He handed Ghost a battered flask, nodded at Marcus, who'd sworn to stay close in his truck. Ashley asked Tanya, "Did you know bikers could be nice?" Tanya laughed, a sound like gravel softened by rain. "Once upon a time, I was just like you. Then, I found out what real family means." As cops sped beside them, Ashley closed her eyes and remembered the moments before rescue pinned in a dark car by a stranger, praying someone good would hear her. It made her shiver, until strong hands pulled her out and promised, "You're safe." The convoy swung through a small town, rumbling past diners and shuttered shops. People waved, some hesitantly, some with clear gratitude. Even the officer who'd drawn his gun first was now chatting to Murphy, asking about the club, apologizing for the misunderstanding. Marcus followed, thinking about his own daughter's lost call years ago, promising this time would be different. At Ashley's house, the street flooded with blue and red lights. Her mom, frantic and sobbing, rushed out as the police car stopped. Ashley ran into her arms, both shaking too much to speak. Tanya held back, eyes moist. Big Mike stood nearby, looking awkward, unused to applause. A detective asked Ashley's mom, "Do you want to press charges against the man who took her?" She nodded, voice steel beneath the tears. "I want him to never hurt another girl." Thunder Road MC stayed out of the way. But neighbors and news teams swarmed for interviews. Murphy just smiled, declined the cameras, and told his crew, "Let her have her moment." Ashley's phone buzzed a new message from a friend. "Was it really the bikers who saved you?" Ashley replied, "Yes. Angels with leather and bikes. Trust me, not all the scary people are scary." Later, the MC warmed up inside with the police, sharing coffee and jokes. Tanya slipped Ashley a Thunder Road pin. "If you ever need help in this world, you wear this. We look out for our own," Big Mike said. "Don't let bad people tell you what real family looks like." Ashley clung to her mom, watching the bikers laugh, remembering her own courage in running, the way strangers had become protectors in her darkest hour. Marcus caught Murphy alone. "You ever think, just for a moment, how much one act can change a life?" Murphy answered, "We all make mistakes. What matters is if you're there when it counts." Months passed. The story went viral. Ashley testified against the predator who lured her. The town rallied. Her school held an assembly about online safety, and Thunder Road MC became local heroes. They organized annual rides called Angel Runs, escorting lost kids home, teaching everyone that strength isn't found in threats, but in shielded compassion. Ashley flourished, tough and gentle. Tanya visited, took her for rides, taught her self-defense, listened. At every Angel Run, Ashley shook with proud nerves before the club, telling her story, showing the pin, and thanking the bikers for saving her life. Marcus never stopped watching, seeing in Ashley the voice his daughter hadn't had. The MC adopted him as an honorary brother. Murphy sometimes walked Ashley home from school. Big Mike finally learned to take compliments, letting local kids touch his bike and sit in the sun. Ashley knew that night at the gas station would never leave her, but she also knew that courage means running to help when you're scared, and that sometimes heroes don't wear capes or badges, but leather cut with skulls and lightning bolts. The message: if this story moved you, subscribe for true tales of courage and humanity. Brotherhood isn't about blood, it's about showing up when the sirens start and being the wall when the wolves are closing in.